familiar magic? Is that like magic you are already familiar with? No, silly. Magic using a familiar. Okay, that was lame, but yo, this is a topic we need to cover. Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Amy. I am a witch, a spiritual guide, and energy healer, and I'm so happy you're here. If you are not new here, you're the OG, and I'm so stoked about it. Just like, give yourself a little pat on the back. You rock. Okay, so today I want to talk about familiar magic, aka witchcraft using animals, animal companions, pets. I don't consider mine a pet. I consider her family, but you do you, boo. Okay, so what is familiar magic? Well, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is witchcraft or spell work that utilizes the power of your familiar. See, mine's hunting. I honestly don't know what she found, but she's getting it back there. Utilizes the power and energy that your familiars automatically store themselves and carry themselves, and also the power that they store for you. So your familiar has the ability to keep and carry energy for you if you have a surplus or you need extra help with energy. Like, for example, say you've got a crystal and it's charged with energy, and then you use it and it's gone. It's kind of like that, except your cat or your puppy or whatever. Because they're living beings, they also create their own energy. So as long as you only take what is given to you, I would never suggest doing otherwise. Your animal is just fine, and they're actually helping you with your purpose, which is part of their purpose. I fully believe that when you find your familiar, it is because you have a soul bond with them already, and you were meant to find each other. So when you do, and you form that bond, and it becomes stronger, and you bond together as friends, as family, as companions, the bond between you naturally creates a very strong energetic field. You can also talk to your familiar and ask them to carry extra energy for you and to lend you energy when it's time to do spell work. And so this is the main, probably the most. So this is the main way that you would utilize your familiar's energy when you're doing spell work, is asking them for permission to use it. So when I first adopted Lilith, I used to do spell work, and she would be in her kenneled area. She was 6 months old. She was very young. She was very hyper. She's still hyper, but she used to get so upset. Anytime I started a spell and she was in her kenneled area, she would start to just lose her shit. And I actually wrote a blog post about this, which I'll link below if you want to read it. Essentially, I realized that she was trying to get to me, and she was trying to get to the magic. So I would let her out of her kennel, and she would go snooping around where my circle had been. She'd go snooping around where all my candles were, and she'd like sniff out all the materials that I had used for my spell. And then she'd like whine because she couldn't find, like, she'd just keep running around in circles exactly where my circle was. And I talked to a family member of mine, and she told me that my familiar was trying to emerge. She was trying to come into her power, and she was trying to help me and to pair with me so we could do our work, and I wasn't letting her. And because she wanted to be involved, I should let her be involved. So from then on, anytime I was doing a spell or a ritual, I would be sure to let her hang out. And she usually sits right outside my circle with maybe like a paw or something on top of it, and she'll lend me her energy that way. And she'll either sit there and watch me, or she'll lay down and take a nap while I'm doing my spell work. Completely calm, totally chill. Because at first I thought, like, maybe she's afraid of the candles, maybe she's not sure what I'm doing and why I won't play with her, but it really was that she just wanted to be involved. And that's really the gist of it. if you ever feel like you could use a little extra power, a little extra help, you don't need a coven full of people to back you up. Your familiar can do this for you. And in fact, they want to. This is part of their existence in this life. When they incarnate in this life, they have made an agreement with you already that they are going to help you with this part of your journey. And so just asking them for permission, making sure that they're cool with it and they know what you're doing, and then just letting them lend energy however you want. You don't even have to put the energy into drawing from them. They will just lend it to you. It really is a beautiful, it's such a sweet thing to be able to work with your familiar that way. I always feel like my workings have a little extra love and a little extra sass in them because Lilith is helping me. And you also get that sort of extra bit of protection. If there was going to be spiritual interference, your familiar is very capable of warding that off for you so that you're not interrupted. And I could just go on, but really, if you haven't tried it yet, if you have a familiar and you're not utilizing them to their full potential in your spell work, I highly, highly recommend maybe do a bonding ritual with them. Ask for their permission. Ask them if they want to help you. They'll tell you. You know what your animal companion is saying to you when they're speaking. If you listen to your intuition and you look them right in the eyeballs, you know what they're saying. And it's exciting. It's such a happy thing. So let me know if you do this, if you bond with your animal companion, if you have a familiar, if you're looking for a familiar, how that's going. I want to know if your familiars are helping you with your witchcraft. And if you haven't already, you should follow me on Instagram. I post pictures of Lilith and the projects that we're working on. I post something almost every single day. Also, if you haven't yet, please consider supporting me on Patreon. First tier patrons will receive a free tarot or oracle reading from me. And you'll also get to have input on future videos. You'll get a video shout out, and you will have access to the online community that we are building together. So if you want to be a part of that inner circle, get your butt on over to Patreon. I super appreciate you. And as always, thank you for being here. And I hope you have a beautiful day.